All right, so you see a company like Atour Lifestyle. They just put out their latest earnings report, and yeah, on the surface, the numbers look good, really good actually. But when you start to peel back the layers, you find something kind of fascinating. It's this puzzle, right? A company that looks and acts like a hotel brand, but it might secretly be one of the most successful retail companies you've never even heard of.
I mean, come on, you see this logo and your brain just goes, hotels, right? It's hospitality, they've got rooms, they're all over China. I mean, they tick every single box you'd expect from a modern hotel group.
But what if I told you that a massive, and I mean fast-growing piece of their income has nothing to do with renting out rooms? At all. Yeah, that's the big question we're going to unpack today. What is Atour really selling? And to get to the bottom of it, we've got to look at what I'm calling their two powerful growth engines.
Okay, so first things first, Engine 1. Let's call it the hotel powerhouse. And there's just no getting around it, this part of the business is an absolute beast. I mean, they've built this incredible foundation on just pure scale and a really solid reputation for quality. And believe me, when I say scale, I really mean it. They blew past their own big strategic goal of hitting 2,000 hotels. By the end of the year, they were sitting at 2,015 hotels up and running. That is a massive, massive footprint. And get this, they are not taking their foot off the gas. Not even a little. Opening almost 500 new hotels in just 1 year? That's seriously aggressive expansion. But here's the really interesting part, that pipeline. They already have another 779 hotels in development. So that growth for this engine, it's pretty much baked in for the future. But here's the thing, it's not just a numbers game. It's not just about having the most hotels. Atour is playing chess here, not checkers. They've built out this whole multi-tiered portfolio that targets all kinds of different travelers. You've got the super high-end Savi Hey brand, pulling in a crazy RevPAR that's revenue per available room of over 950 RMB. Then you have their bread and butter, Atour Origin, and the really resilient Atour Light. They basically got all their bases covered.
All right, so Engine 1, the hotels. It's strong, it's growing, it's exactly what you'd expect. Solid. But this is where the story gets really, really interesting. Let's talk about Engine 2, the retail rocket. This is the unexpected hero of the story, the part that's quietly becoming a huge piece of who they are.
So, say hello to Atour Planet. This is the company's direct-to-consumer retail brand, and their whole focus is on what they call a deep sleep ecosystem. So, think really nice pillows, premium bedding, super comfy loungewear, basically everything you could possibly want for that perfect night's sleep.
And this side of the business is on an absolute tear. I mean, just look at that growth. In the last year, Atour Planet pulled in 3.67 billion RMB in revenue. That's a jaw-dropping 67% jump from the year before. This is not a little side hustle, folks. This is a core, central pillar of the entire company.
And if you want to put that into perspective, check this out. They have sold more than 10 million units of just one single product, their signature deep sleep pillow. Wow, that is not just some hotel amenity. That is a legit retail blockbuster.
Okay, so you've got these two massive engines, right? A hotel giant and a retail rocket. How in the world do they connect? Are they just two separate things that happen to be owned by the same company? No, not at all. This is a brilliant, carefully designed story of synergy.
And you don't have to take my word for it. The founder and CEO himself, Mr. He Wang, he put it perfectly. He said the hotel and retail businesses aren't separate things. They actually make each other stronger. And this, right here, is where you see the absolute genius of their business model. Think of it like a flywheel. It all starts when you, a guest, stay at an Atour hotel. You have an amazing night's sleep on one of those deep sleep pillows we just talked about. See, that hotel room, it's not just a room anymore. It's a showroom. It's the perfect sales floor. You experience the product, you love it, and then you buy it. That drives the explosive retail growth. And as the retail brand gets bigger and more famous, more people want to stay at an Atour hotel to try it all out. It just keeps spinning faster and faster.
And the results of this flywheel? Well, they're pretty undeniable. In just the last quarter, total revenue shot up by almost 34% compared to last year, and net income, that soared by nearly 45%. I mean, that is what happens when your two engines are firing on all cylinders, perfectly in sync.
So after a year like that, you have to ask, right? Can they keep this up? Can they maintain this incredible momentum? Well, their forecast for 2026 gives us a little peek into their thinking. And it's this interesting mix of let's go big, but also let's be smart about it.
So on one hand, they're forecasting another huge year for revenue. They're expecting a 20 to 24% jump. That's huge. But on the other hand, they're also telling everyone, hey, our profit margins might take a little dip. So what's going on there?
And it's not because the business is weak. It's actually the opposite. They're making a choice to reinvest that money back into the company. Spending more on building up the brand, on new technology. They're also making the tough but smart call to close about 80 hotels that just don't meet their super high quality standards anymore. It's a classic long-term play, right? Sacrifice a tiny bit of profit today to build a much stronger, more powerful brand for tomorrow.
So what's the big takeaway from all of this? It's actually pretty simple. Atour is not what it looks like on the surface. This is a masterclass in how to build a business with synergy. It's a two-engine lifestyle brand that brilliantly uses its hotels as the ultimate showroom, the ultimate customer pipeline for a ridiculously successful retail business.
And that brings us right back to where we started, back to that initial puzzle. And it leaves us with one last, really fascinating question to think about. Atour has built this incredible flywheel that connects experience with commerce. And it really makes you wonder, are we looking at the future of the entire industry here? Is the future of hospitality actually retail?